has been looking really weird lately. The proof is in the painting, so I always like to tell myself, I have no idea what has been going on in this world, but it is something that I just can't put my faith in and my trust in. If I can't put my finger on what's happening here, then I don't trust it. And after being alive for so many years, I'm in my 30s now, and I still can't put my finger on what's going on or why it has to be like this, then that means that I can't trust it. Every time I go outside when I'm at my job at night, I sense and I see things that I've always sensed and have seen my whole life, but yet it becomes more terrifying each day. I'll look up into the sky and I'll see the moon, and the moon just doesn't look right to me. There's something about the moon and the sun that fills me with the deepest existential dread that I can't even describe. It's always moving and shifting and appearing closer and further away, or it's glowing very bright, or it's completely yellow, or it's completely bright white glowing, or it's right up on you, or it's really far away. And it happens almost instantaneously too. If you take your eyes off of the moon for more than 15 minutes, it will move and jump across the skies in ways that aren't even realistic. And I get this sense that I'm in a dark place, a creepy realm full of hatred and slavery and lies and elusiveness. I feel like that there's a higher set of beings above me that are in control of this simulation or this dimension, and it fills me with a dread that I can't even fathom. Another thing that really bothers me is not one person ever says anything about this world or about spiritual affairs or about the sky looking bizarre or how there's a big bright sun just burning, glaring at us in daylight, a big orb just floating above us. Nobody has anything to say unless I say it. If I don't bring up anything deep or philosophical, everybody just plays the game. They're just a part of the painting of reality. I feel like I'm living inside of an evil painting and I'm aware of it. But yeah, like I said, what bothers me the most is when if I don't talk about it, nobody talks about it. Whether it be politics or the corruption or having to wear out your physical form on a daily basis just to make money. It's absolutely infuriating to me. Everybody's all staring each other in the face with their weird animalistic teeth and their snake-like eyes. They're gawking at you and putting you through tests, having to pay unfathomable amounts of money just to live in a square box, having to eat life just to have life, innocent life too, having to kill just to survive, having to watch everybody die and watch you die. All the food that we eat is poisoned. Everything is just so full of shit. And if I don't bring it up, nobody even brings up their disdain for it. They might sigh and grunt a little, but nobody even expresses themselves to the degree in which I'm expressing myself. and it makes me feel like they're in on it. It makes me feel like they're a part of it. I want to start talking about it more just because people don't want me to talk about it. I'm against it. I'm against whatever's happening here. You can't even be in a relationship with people in this life because they don't want to hear you talk about this kind of stuff. They just want to exist inside of a messed up painting, like those Roman and Greek paintings of people fighting in wars. They just want to exist in it. They don't want to talk about it. Frozen in time on a piece of paper, a timeless artwork of destruction and evil, a beautiful mural full of slavery and evil and hatred, and I feel like I'm existing in the tapestry of it, conscious, stuck inside of the parchment paper. I cannot escape. Trying to go against my human nature to appease these deities. Try not to eat too much, try not to be too horny, try not to sexually please myself, trying not to look at certain things to try to go to the next level spiritually and get out of this level, this lower level form. The human body is a lower level form, and I'm tired of living inside of it. I'm tired of going outside and having monetary celestial objects hovering above me. It makes me feel completely imprisoned, trapped on a floating planet in the middle of eternity. I am not with this. I don't want to be a part of this, and I'm afraid of suicide because I swear I know deep down that I'll just be reincarnated. This is a soul trap reincarnation prison planet. And I'm sure that there's something going on beyond that, something worse that I just can't put my finger on, and that's why I'm angry. I'm losing so much motivation here because to what end? To what end if I can't figure out the totality of what's really going on? I don't want to live to see my parents pass away and me develop a disease. Why would I want to live through that? Why would I want to experience something like that? Why would I want to keep going in a place like this? How could you be optimistic and positive in a place where you have to work 80 hours every 2 weeks and then still not have freedom, true freedom? Why do we have to work so much? Ever since you were born, since you were a kid, since you were able to speak and think and reason, you were forced into slavery and to doing things against your own will. You could never just do what you want to do, be what you want to be, feel how you want to feel, go outside when you want to go outside when you're ready to. No, you're just forced into predicaments time and time again, even until your adulthood, and told that if you can't handle it, you're irresponsible, or you're this, or you're that, or you're a sinner, or you're a piece of shit, or you're a fucking little kid, or you're a little boy, or you're a little girl. It's absolutely demonic here. Especially the fact that we're not just manifested in heaven, we were born in hell. We grew up here and thought that everything was all fun with the cartoons and like we were going to be able to enjoy this paradise, and it turns out that it wasn't. It was just another layer in hell. Another layer deeper in hell, where it made you grow up from childhood into your realization into adulthood just so it could hurt that much more. It's absolutely abysmal. It's abysmal what's been happening here. It's absolutely disgusting. The hurt and the pain of thinking about your exes being fucked by other people, and you know it's happening, but you can't see it. Imagining your partner's moaning, oh, oh, off of other people's bodies, and it's just another layer of hell to make you hurt, to make you feel like a loser, to make you feel like lesser than. spiritual attacks. I was at my job a couple days ago. I'm sorry, yesterday, and they told me that the night before that they were haunted at my job. Doors were opening and shutting by themselves, and we've always been talking about this, and now it's been proven fact multiple times, and that's how I know that something's going on, because it's happening to other people, but yet they still don't want to go deep into it. They just want to talk about it surface level and then just get off of it, but they don't want to acknowledge that they're in hell. They don't want to acknowledge that something's happening to them, that they're stuck inside of a dimension, a prison, some type of a encapsulation of hatred. This is no training school. If this was a school, then we would have learned something by now. And all we've learned is to be afraid. And that's no teaching, that's a punishment. I just have no idea. I'm lost for words. I want to get out of here, but you can't get out of here. It's too powerful. It is a galactic manifestation, and you cannot escape a galactic manifestation. That's just something you're eternally subjected to. And we have no proper teachings on how to get out of here. The Bible isn't a proper teaching. It's the game of telephone to fit the 1%'s agenda. There is no rest for a true conscious mind. There is no rest for true intelligence. There is no rest. There is no rest for enlightened people. Rest is for the weak. Rest is for the lower thinking creature. Being at peace is for people who aren't ready to accept the truth. And the truth is that there is no peace. The truth is that we are completely entangled inside of a evil web of control. That we've already passed away. The truth is that we've died multiple times. The truth is that this is the afterlife. That's the truth. The truth is that the politics aren't going to save you, that it's just masquerading around as a source of control or a source of power that you can depend on, and you can't depend on it. It's all a part of the tapestry of evil, the master class painting of misfortune. And I know I'm talking right because nobody else is saying the things that I'm saying. They're saying the complete opposite. They're telling you to keep going, to be positive, to stack money, to hold multiple jobs, to do this, to do that. But to what end, though? How is that going to resolve everything that I just said in this video? I have 2 jobs right now. That's not going to resolve what I'm talking about. It just wears me to the bone. And that's what it wants. It wants to hurt me. It wants to hurt you. And then it wants to throw us to the wind when we're done. And then it's probably going to reincarnate us so it can do it again and again and again. And that's the true hell. Standing in one place in a pit and burning in fire and screaming side by side with other people. That's too easy. That's boring. The true hell is this: forcing a being into a world like this, a dimension where you're enslaved and the food is poisoned, and then making them go through a whole lifetime of watching everyone they love die, and themselves, and more, and political wars, and chemtrails, and biological attacks, and worse, and worse, and worse, and then killing them, and then bringing them back again to do it again in a different form, in a different body, in a different race, with a different religion, with a whole new set of confusion. Time and time again, that is the true hell. That's what's going to make them get off. They want to see you. They want to see you be positive and then strip it away. They want to see you develop feelings for somebody just so that they can take them away so you could hurt. That's the true burning. That's the true screaming. That's the true agony. That's where we really are. I rebuke this place in the name of Jesus, but how can I pray to Jesus if he's the one who's allowing this to happen? How can I have faith in a God that has sentenced me here for 33 years so far, to the point where I've come to this conclusion, this way of thinking? How can I accept it? This is the true deep philosophy of Brandon Jefferson. This is the true philosophy that we're all dealing with actually, but nobody wants to put their finger on it. This is why I'm an antinatalist. This is why I'm a doomer. This is why I talk doom and gloom, because that's all that's happening is doom and gloom. Every time I move my arms in a circular motion, my joints crack and pop. Every time I stop working out just for a couple of days, I lose my strength. Every time I miss a couple of meals, I turn into a stick. So you have to eat innocent things just to look like you're in shape. You gotta constantly perseverate on everything, every single thing about you to look like a decent person. You gotta pay so much money just to have a vehicle, just to keep it up. There's a million things that go wrong and that can go wrong with having a vehicle and having a body. You have to deal with slavery. We have to work for rich people on a daily basis. And then they have meetings with us and try to shake our hands and buy us a little food when deep down we know that we're just their house slaves in the future. And it's just the future now. Why does every little process have to be so difficult just to level up and buy a home, just to figure out how the stock market works or how to use Bitcoin or how to buy a home or how to save or how to this? Why has it got to be so difficult? I figured out how to make a whole video game, how to code it, how to design it, how to do this, how to do that. I have so many skills. And even making a video game is easier than figuring out what it takes to make it in this life and be successful. And life should never have been that hard. I figured out how to play the guitar. And life is way harder than that, and it should never be that hard. Music theory should always be harder than trying to figure out how to live well on this planet. But no, it's just a little facet. It's disgusting. This whole place is disgusting and it's evil and it's possessed by spirits. And I've seen them and other people have seen them. But yet, like I said, I'm the only one who talks about it. And I want out. I want out of it. I know that certain people that I know watch my videos and they don't want to hear this type of shit. Some people just watch it just to see what's inside of my mind. They're just studying me because they know deep down that I'm right and that they're wrong. A lot of people use me as a resource to further their knowledge, but then they still won't acknowledge that I'm the teacher, that I'm the sage, that I'm one of the ones who pointed out that I'm one of the chosen people. Even the people that I know, they'll never give me my flowers. They'll never give me my props. What they do is they cower and they turn a blind eye and they continue living in the tapestry of life. Not even Dr. Martin Luther King or Malcolm X even spoke about this. They just spoke about the lower level. They just spoke about the racism and the gentrification and the being not treated equally. And they never went deep about the floating sphere in the sky or the weird spiritual attacks. They never went deep enough. They never talked about reincarnation. They never talked about voodoo or witchcraft. And that's exactly what's happening. Like I said just yesterday, multiple doors were opening and shutting by themselves in the facility that I work at. And everybody acknowledged it, even the atheists and the people who believe and don't believe and whatever. Everybody was acknowledging it and they saw it. One of my coworkers told me that they went to go get supplies in the supply room and that somebody said, "Do you need help?" And they turned around, there was nobody there. Nobody. Did you hear me? I said nobody. I've been lifted up by my nose when I was about 16 or 15 in my bedroom by something that wasn't there. And then it let me go. And I fell to my bed. I've seen this, I've experienced this, and I'm telling you the truth. This world is wicked. And I'm blasting it out. Even though that I'm not giving a conclusion or a solution, or I can't make you feel better, I can't comfort you, whoever's listening to these videos, whoever's here, whoever gets this message, I just want you to know that I hope I can bring comfort to you by identifying it and not being fake about it. That comforts me when I hear people talk about the truth. Whether they give me a solution or not, just knowing the truth makes me realize that I'm not crazy, that I am good enough, that I am strong enough, that I am wise enough, that I am talented enough, that I am aware enough. And it's not me. There's an agenda going on to mip us MIP, to MIP us into downplaying us when in reality we're much greater than that. We're much more aware, and we have arrived to those levels of higher consciousness. Take comfort in that and knowing that you've made it. Especially if you're listening this far, then that means that you've made it in your mind. You have awoken your third eye to the truth. You accept it if you've made it this far. You know that what I'm saying is the truth. That's the only comfort I can give you. I can't give you an answer. But I'm tired of living in this weird voodoo land, this dark, creepy world full of shadows and mystery and long, stretched out roads and health issues and fear and fear and fear and slavery. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to anybody who's made it this far, who understands exactly what I'm saying. I'm so sorry, and I love you. And I hope and I pray, I don't know who I'm praying to, but I hope and I pray that we live to see a better day, that we transition into a better state of existence. Stay strong, stay hard, be relentless, and don't give up. Even though this is a hopeless situation, don't give up. I know. I'm saying this so that when I go back and watch the video, I can get power from my own temporary state of encouragement by telling you not to give up. Hopefully it gives me power not to give up when I hear myself say it, because I don't even know either. All I know is that we are in a dark, evil, demented, and twisted place. And don't give up. Peace.